Hello there, Virgo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of May 8th through the 14th. On Monday, the card that you have coming up is the Sun. What a fantastic card for you guys to get. The Sun just means that at least for part of the day, you are doing something that you want to do exactly the way you want to do it with nobody interfering or looking over your shoulder. It's just a very fun card. On Tuesday, what you have is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Virgo, I do feel like is somebody that you're interacting with on Tuesday. This is somebody who is, the truth is very important to her, and I think that she is trying to unmuddy some kind of waters as she speaks with a lot of you on Tuesday. She is trying to find out the truth about some kind of incident, and I feel like there's something that has been said about you and about your relationship to the incident that she needs to have cleared up. And so she's coming to you directly. She's not somebody that's messing around with gossip or secondhand information. She wants to come straight to the horse's mouth to find out, okay, what is the situation really all about? Okay, so that's Tuesday. On Wednesday, Virgo, Three of Clubs showing up in reverse. To me, this is coming up as some kind of delay for you. For some of you, this could be a delay in travel, or it may be that you're putting some travel plans on hold. So if plans are going on hold, then, just kind of holding off on making any progress with those plans. But if there's travel that's on hold, it may be that you had started a trip or that you were just on the verge of beginning a trip and you put it on hold. Something going on hold as far as travel. The other thing that you could be waiting for here is that there could be a project or something that you're trying to manifest, and you're just at a point where there's nothing more that you can do. Now you just kind of have to wait and see how things turn out. So waiting to see. And then also for some of you, it's more than just waiting to see. There's some kind of delay or snag and something that you can do to further this project or situation. But even though you can do something to further it, there's this delay that comes in that sort of holds it up. Doesn't stop it, doesn't shut it down. It's just a delay that needs to be worked through or maybe even just waited through. Okay? All right, so that's Wednesday. Thursday, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a fantastic card. To me, this talks about an epiphany. This is like when you have one of those thoughts and the light bulb just goes on over your head. You're like, oh my gosh, how come I did not figure this out 30 years ago? Or for those of you who are younger, you can adjust that however you would like. But for me, 30 years ago would be great to figure things out. So anyway, Ace of Swords, new wonderful idea, great insight that comes in. This is something that once you understand this new idea, it relates to a lot of different aspects of your life, and it just makes things make sense in a much deeper way than they've made sense to you before. Okay? So that's pretty cool. That's Thursday. That's a breakthrough. That's what I would call a breakthrough. So Friday, the card that you guys have coming up, Virgos, is the Five of Cups in reverse. I like the Five of Cups better in reverse than right side up. And the reason I do is because right side up talks about having something that has disappointed you and sort of holding on to that disappointment or that grudge and not forgetting it, not letting it go. When you've got the Five of Cups in reverse, you are putting that grudge behind you. You're putting that disappointment behind you. You're not letting it bother you or hold you down. You're just looking at other things and moving forward in a positive way. You're not trying to make that other person pay, so to speak. You are just, you're actually forgiving. You're forgiving and you're letting go. And it's a very healthy activity. A lot of times we don't want to forgive because we think we're hurting the other person. Well, guess what? Holding unforgiveness in us is toxic to ourselves. So when we can forgive something and let it go, then that is always going to be more healthy for us. And, sometimes when we do that, it makes the other person actually feel guilty when they might not have felt guilty otherwise. If we don't forgive somebody and if we're always accusing them or holding it up against them, then they are going to be continuously defending themselves. We put them in that position where they have to defend themselves. But if we forgive somebody, now they don't have to defend themselves. Now they're in a little bit of a freer position. And in that freer position, they can be more honest with themselves about what really happened. And they can start to feel like, maybe I could have made a better decision. They can start to feel a little bit of guilt. So, forgiving somebody really is the counterintuitive way to not only lead to your health, but also to lead to the other person kind of getting a grip too. All right, so enough about my theories about stuff. Let's look at Saturday. Here we have the King of Swords showing up in reverse. This is somebody that you're interacting with on Saturday, Virgo. This is just somebody who's grumpy. He's just a grumpy guy. Now, it could be a girl, but when I see a king, for most of us, then it's going to be male. For some of you, it will be female, but the majority, it'll be male. But this is somebody who's just grumpy for no reason. I mean, he may be doing, he may tell you one thing, and then 20 minutes later, he may tell you exactly the opposite thing and doesn't understand why you don't get it. Rest assured, when you're dealing with King of Swords in reverse, somebody who's grumpy and you just really can't figure out why, they're not the sane one in the situation, okay? They may try to convince you that they are and that you have lost it. No, it's the other way around. All right, so now let's look at Sunday. Here we have the King of Cups. I like the King of Cups. This is somebody who is showing his care. He's showing his concern for you. A King of Cups can be somebody that realizes that you're in a tight pinch financially and they come through for you financially to help you. It can be somebody who just shows you some affection when you need to have some kind of affection. But this is somebody who is not afraid to show feelings, is not afraid to show concern, is not afraid to sort of carry the burden with you, so to speak, in some ways. Okay, so the King of Cups is, to me, this is a very comforting character that you're interacting with on Sunday. Somebody who you feel like is very genuine and who you can feel like, whatever they say, you really can trust whatever they say. They're pretty transparent. Usually a King of Cups is pretty transparent. If he's angry, you're going to know it. If he's happy, you're going to know it. There's no deception or illusion. There's not a lot of hiding things generally with the King of Cups. I mean, occasionally you'll get somebody who has some other signs in their chart that come through a little bit stronger. I might modify that, but usually a King of Cups is someone who's pretty transparent. You can trust what they say as far as about feelings and things like that. And also just somebody who is comforting. He kind of knows how to say the right things at the right time to make you feel better, or do the right things at the right time to make you feel better. For a few of you, this is actually going to be your dad coming through as the King of Cups. For others of you, this could be a romantic partner or a love interest. And for others of you, this could just be a good friend, and it doesn't have to be male. It could be female just as easily. Okay? All right, so Virgos, that is your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. I hope to see some of you back here this week for readings, and some of you here this week for Reiki sessions. I love to do both, and I'm always looking to do more. So all you have to do is check out my website, make sure I am the right reader or practitioner for you, and then once you've decided that, go ahead and give me a call, text, email, whatever, and we'll get something set up for you. Everybody have a fantastic week. Peace out.